as chair of the Carey board, I've had the opportunity to hand students their diplomas at our graduation each spring. What a privilege that is, to recognize the hard work of our students and faculty in the joyous celebration of the completion of a degree. However, I think that maybe today is going to top that, because I now have the opportunity to be part of the recognition of some amazing leaders who have brought Carey to where we are today. These men are people I've known and respected, and so it is indeed my privilege to honor them today. Just a little bit of process here. I'm going to read all the citations, and then we will have the gentleman come forward after that. First of all, the Reverend Dr. Roy Bell. Sorry, this thing is too high. The Reverend Dr. Roy Bell has had a long and distinguished pastoral and education ministry in the Canadian Baptist community in Western Canada. Roy exerted significant influence during the early discussions related to the nature of and formation of Carey Hall as an educational institution, while also enabling its transformation from student residence to a graduate school of theology. Serving on the Senate during those early years, Roy was clearly the leader best gifted for engaging and navigating the turmoil of diverse and conflicting voices seeking to influence the development of pastoral training in the denomination. Roy also had significant influence in developing the Carey Regent Partnership and the emerging Regent College Master of Divinity program. In the midst of conflict and debate about the content and focus of the new degree, it was the leadership of Dr. Roy Bell that ensured quality educational benefit in the training of future pastors of the Baptist Union of Western Canada. The new MDiv exceeded all expectations and rapidly became a popular source of pastoral training for our churches. As Don Anderson puts it in his book, Not by Might Nor by Power, Roy Bell, as a wise and politically savvy individual, was able to begin the negotiations over the formal relationship between Regent and Carey, and to use his skill in managing the teaching team that was developing at Carey. He taught counseling and preaching to many students in the collaborative venture. Roy became principal of Carey Hall on June 15, 1981, and was installed as the Charles Bentall Professor of Pastoral Studies. He would remain the point person in ongoing discussions with Regent College as the foundation of the Carey Regent Partnership took shape. Roy's spirit and expertise, along with his commitment to theological education, set the standard for negotiation and partnership. In 1983, under Roy's leadership, Carey Hall established a set of goals that would propel it into its next stage of development, including the move towards affiliation with the University of British Columbia, raising constituency awareness about the purpose and programs at Carey, and enhancing continuing education and distance education activities. These were all goals that would continue to be addressed and developed over the next 25 years. Eventually, Roy would step down from his role as principal to return to his first love, the pastorate. And I was fortunate to be in his church in Calgary. Known as a dynamic preacher with a rolling brogue and a keen wit, he quickly immersed himself in the front lines of pastoral ministry once again. Carey was pleased when Roy agreed to continue serving as part of the Master of Divinity Review Committee, as well as an advocate for funding for Baptist Union students at Carey Hall. January 1st, 1989, Roy returned to Carey as the Irv Gullison Professor in Family Ministries. Since retirement, Roy has continued to be a wealth of wisdom and resourcing for our churches through his preaching and gifts in pastoral care. Roy's background in education, psychology, and theology served him and Carey well. It must be acknowledged that Carey would not be what it is today were it not for the pioneering decisions and directions set in its early years, thanks to people such as Dr. Roy Bell. For this reason, on our 50th anniversary, we honor the Reverend Dr. Roy Bell and express to him our deepest gratitude. To God be the glory.